Rock gardens are more than just a collection of stones. They're a celebration of tough, resilient beauty. In these dry, sun-soaked spaces, the right perennials can bring waves of color, texture, and structure that hold strong through heat and drought. But choosing the right plants is key. Some may survive tough conditions, but the ones we're talking about today actually thrive in them. They flourish in lean soils, demand very little water, and offer long-lasting appeal even under blazing summer sun. So if you're looking to design or refresh your rock garden, here are 10 of the best drought-tolerant perennials that will not only survive, but truly shine. First up is the striking Euphoria Ascot Rainbow, a foliage-focused perennial that makes a bold year-round statement. Its green leaves are edged with creamy yellow and flushed with pink in cool weather, offering a show that shifts with the seasons. Come spring, it sends up soft chartreuse flower clusters that hover above the foliage like tiny glowing orbs. This plant loves full sun and sharply drained rocky soil, thriving in dry borders, raised beds, and gravel gardens. It's highly adaptable to heat and drought once established, and doesn't mind poor soil as long as it stays dry. Maintenance is minimal, just trim back spent flower stems in early spring to keep its mound tidy, and remember to wear gloves when handling. It produces a sap that can irritate skin. No regular watering is needed after its first year. Pair it with Artemisia or catmint for a soft contrast, or use it beside boulders to accentuate hard textures with its colorful mounds. Euphorbia is ideal for sunny slopes, edge of patio rock gardens, or as a focal anchor among low-growing plants. Next is the vibrant ice plant, a sun-loving succulent that creates a low carpet of shimmering green foliage topped with dazzling daisy-like blooms. These neon-colored flowers appear in summer and keep blooming even when heat takes out more delicate plants. It thrives in full sun and fast-draining sandy or gravelly soil, making it perfect for xeriscapes and rocky slopes. It's especially useful in coastal gardens or areas with poor soil, where its spreading nature helps suppress weeds and prevent erosion. Prune lightly after blooming to encourage neat growth, and avoid overwatering. It prefers drier conditions and struggles in humid or clay-heavy areas. In colder zones, ensure it's planted where drainage is excellent to prevent winter dieback. Pair ice plant with upright perennials like lavender or dwarf grasses, or let it spill between stepping stones for a vibrant ground-hugging effect. It's great for edging hot pathways, filling crevices and rock walls, or softening the base of boulders. Third is Artemisia Powys Castle, known for its feathery, silver-gray foliage that glows under sunlight. While it doesn't produce showy flowers, its texture and subtle scent more than make up for it, offering a calm, silvery presence in high-heat gardens. It thrives in full sun and lean, well-drained soil, making it one of the best choices for dry slopes, rocky borders, and gravel beds. It's extremely drought-tolerant and deer-resistant, adapting easily to harsh conditions with almost no fuss. Cut it back hard in early spring to maintain a compact form and avoid legginess. You can also trim it lightly mid-season to refresh growth and enhance its soft, mounded shape. Use Artemisia to cool down more colorful plantings, pairing it with bold bloomers like Gaillardia or Coreopsis. Its soft texture also makes it an excellent border filler along stone paths or between rock groupings in the center of a sun-drenched bed. Of course, we can't talk about drought-tolerant plants without lavender, a Mediterranean classic loved for its soothing scent and soft purple blooms. This evergreen perennial forms neat mounds of silvery foliage and attracts pollinators all summer. Lavender thrives in full sun and alkaline, sharply drained soils. It doesn't like wet roots or overly rich soil, making it perfect for dry slopes, gravel beds, or along stone walls where it gets good airflow and heat. Prune after flowering to encourage a second flush and keep its shape neat. Avoid cutting into woody stems and don't overwater. This plant is happiest when a little ignored. Lavender looks fantastic in groupings near paths, patio edges, or stone steps where you can enjoy its scent up close. Pair it with rosemary, sedum, or low grasses for a Mediterranean-style rock garden that hums with bees and color. Fifth on the list is Santelina, also called lavender cotton, a compact, aromatic shrub with finely textured silver foliage and bright yellow button flowers in summer. It brings both color and evergreen structure, even when not in bloom. This plant excels in hot, dry, and sunny conditions, particularly in sandy or gritty soil with good drainage. Like lavender, it resents wet soil and thrives on neglect once it's settled in. Shear it back after flowering to maintain its shape and prevent the woody center from developing. It's extremely low maintenance and rarely needs fertilizer or supplemental water. Santelina works beautifully as a border edge, pathway low hedge, or backdrop to small succulents and herbs. Try pairing it with upright lavender, thyme, or stone crops for a silvery, textured palette that handles full sun with grace.
At number 6, we've got Penstemon digitalis, a native beauty known for its upright stems covered in tubular, bell-shaped flowers. Depending on the variety, it can produce blooms in soft pink, white, or lavender, and the burgundy foliage of some cultivars adds year-round interest. It's a pollinator magnet. Bees and hummingbirds can't resist it. This perennial thrives in full sun and well-draining sandy or loamy soils. It's surprisingly drought-tolerant once established and can handle heat without sacrificing bloom performance. It's ideal for meadow-style plantings or dry perennial borders. Deadhead after blooming to encourage a tidy appearance and possible rebloom, then cut back in late fall or early spring. It self-seeds gently, helping to naturalize dry areas without taking over. Penstemon is perfect for naturalistic rock gardens, prairie borders, or gravel terraces. Pair it with ornamental grasses, coneflowers, or black-eyed Susans to create a wild, flowing summer display.
Next up is the classic Sedum Autumn Joy, a succulent perennial that holds strong structure throughout the seasons. It begins the season with fleshy, upright stems and pale green buds, which mature into rosy pink flower clusters in late summer that deepen to bronze by fall. It's one of the few drought-tolerant plants that stays interesting well into autumn. It grows best in full sun and well-drained gravelly or sandy soil. It's built for heat and dry spells, and the thick, fleshy stems store water efficiently, so it doesn't need much attention. Trim back old flower heads in early spring and avoid overly rich soil, which can cause floppiness. Sedum is prone to rot in wet areas, so avoid planting in soggy spots. Sedum works wonderfully in rock garden backdrops, gravel borders, or beside boulders. Its tall flower heads add vertical punctuation, and it pairs well with echinacea, Russian sage, or smaller sedums along edges. For a pop of magenta and sweet fragrance, look no further than Dianthis Fire Witch. This compact perennial features narrow blue-green foliage and vibrant blooms that appear in late spring and can re-bloom through summer with light deadheading. Its neat mounds stay tidy year-round. It prefers full sun and sharp draining, neutral to slightly alkaline soils, perfect for raised beds, rock edges, or gravel gardens. It thrives in dry climates and doesn't tolerate soggy roots. Deadhead regularly to encourage repeat blooming and shear lightly after the first flush. It's relatively pest-free and low maintenance with no special feeding requirements. Use Dianthis to edge stone paths, pop color into container rock gardens, or tuck between flagstones. It pairs beautifully with thyme, low sedums, and other compact alpines. At number 9 is Thrift, or Arnameia maritima, a charming perennial that forms tight tufts of grass-like foliage topped by lollipop-like flowers in shades of pink or white. It's a coastal native that's well-suited to tough conditions and brings whimsy to dry garden settings. It thrives in full sun and gritty, sandy soil with good drainage. Its natural habitat includes salty cliffs and wind-swept rocks, so it's right at home in drought-prone, exposed gardens. Deadhead spent blooms to encourage continued flowering and divide clumps every few years to maintain vigor. It's one of the easiest perennials to grow once established. Thrift is excellent for front-of-border placement, edging rock walls, or dotting between gravel paths. Pair with sedum, dianthus, or creeping thyme for a playful, low-growing mix. Closing the list is the vibrant and ever-reliable creeping phlox, a low-growing perennial that puts on one of the most dazzling spring shows in the garden. It forms a dense mat of needle-like foliage that becomes completely blanketed in blooms, ranging from pink, purple, white, to blue, creating a living carpet of color. Not only is it eye-catching, but it also works as an excellent weed-suppressing ground cover. Creeping phlox thrives in full sun and well-drained sandy or rocky soil, making it ideal for slopes, stone walls, and rock garden edges. It's drought-tolerant once established and actually prefers drier spots over wet conditions. It performs especially well in lean soils where other perennials might struggle. After flowering in spring, give it a light trim to keep the foliage compact and encourage denser growth. It rarely needs extra feeding and is generally pest-free, but make sure the area has good airflow to prevent mildew in humid climates. Creeping phlox is perfect for softening hard edges. Let it spill over rocks, trail down garden walls, or edge a gravel walkway. Pair it with taller spring bloomers like daffodils or ornamental onions, or mix with sedum and thrift for a colorful, textural, ground-level display. And there you have it, 10 drought-tolerant perennials that will thrive in your rock garden and keep your landscape looking vibrant even through the hottest, driest months. Whether you're building a new gravel bed or refreshing an old dry slope, these tough beauties offer texture, color, and structure without needing constant care. Let the rocks stay dry, your garden will still shine. If you found this list helpful, don't forget to subscribe for more perennial picks, rock garden ideas, and landscape tips. Until next time, happy planting!